timeless life philosophies.
Welcome, dear viewers, to a journey of self-discovery and inner peace, guided by the wisdom of Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese philosopher and founder of Taoism. Today, we embark on a profound exploration of the art of letting go, a practice deeply rooted in the philosophy of Lao Tzu. In this video, we'll delve into the 6 transformative principles of letting go, each drawn from the timeless teachings of Lao Tzu. These principles have the power to liberate your spirit, cultivate inner harmony, and lead you towards a life filled with serenity and purpose. 1. Releasing the past. Lao Tzu's wisdom on releasing the past is a profound reminder that our personal history, no matter how painful or burdensome, does not define our future. This principle encourages us to confront the often overwhelming weight of our past and find a path towards healing, growth, and ultimate well-being. Imagine the past as a heavy stone that we have carried with us for far too long. It's a weight comprised of painful memories, past mistakes, regrets, and traumas. This burden, though intangible, can be just as exhausting as carrying a physical load. We may find ourselves avoiding this weight, burying it deep within us, hoping it will vanish on its own. However, the teachings of Taoism compel us to face it head-on, much like releasing a tightly held rock in the current of a river. Acknowledging our past is the first step towards healing and liberation. It's an act of courage, requiring us to confront our pain and insecurities. Self-reflection becomes our guiding light in this process. We ask ourselves the essential questions: what am I feeling and why? By delving into our emotions and motivations, we begin to unravel the intricate layers of our past. As we become more comfortable in our own company, we unlock the freedom to explore new facets of our existence. The act of letting go is not merely about discarding the past, but about repurposing its lessons for our growth. We begin to embrace solitude as an opportunity for self-discovery and self-love. It is in this introspective journey that we find the strength to forgive ourselves and others for past transgressions. Releasing the past is a transformative process that grants us the rest and freedom required to live life to the fullest. While the journey may be arduous, it ultimately leads us to a place of inner peace and self-acceptance. We realize that our past, though significant, need not shackle us to a life of regret and stagnation. Instead, it becomes a stepping stone, guiding us towards new beginnings that are often hidden behind the veil of painful endings. In this newfound freedom, we discover the capacity to live authentically, love ourselves unconditionally, and approach life's challenges with resilience and wisdom. Letting go of the past is not an act of forgetting, but a profound act of forgiveness and self-compassion. It is an act of liberation that allows us to embrace the present moment and step into the limitless potential of the future. 2. Relinquishing the future. In today's world, where the pace of life seems to be ever accelerating, Lao Tzu's wisdom on relinquishing the future shines brightly as a guiding principle for a more meaningful existence. His timeless advice reminds us that a good traveler does not fixate on a destination, but instead learns to savor the beauty of the present moment. Our lives are often consumed by the relentless pursuit of future goals. We plan meticulously for our careers, obsess over the perfect relationship, and tirelessly chase personal aspirations. In doing so, we become entangled in a web of expectations and anxieties, inadvertently robbing ourselves of the profound joy that resides in the here and now. To truly embrace the art of letting go, we must learn to appreciate what already exists in our lives. Consider the individual who is so preoccupied with the idea of owning a future home that they neglect to nurture their current living situation. By shifting their focus to the present moment, they can transform their existing space into a sanctuary worth cherishing. By relinquishing our grip on the uncertain future, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of anxiety and worry. This practice allows us to fully immerse ourselves in the beauty of the journey, one moment at a time. It encourages us to engage with life as it unfolds, rather than striving for an elusive destination that may never truly satisfy. In essence, the art of relinquishing the future is an invitation to live more mindfully and appreciatively. It teaches us that the present is a precious gift, and by letting go of our fixation on what lies ahead, we can discover profound contentment in the simplicity of each passing moment. Lao Tzu's wisdom encourages us to pause, breathe, and revel in the richness of life as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. 3. Detaching from someone. Lao Tzu's profound wisdom resonates deeply as he reminds us, life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them, that only creates sorrow. In our exploration of the third principle, detaching from someone, we embark on a journey into the intricate landscape of relationships within the context of Taoism. Throughout our lifetime, we are bound to encounter the inevitable ebb and flow of human connections. People come into our lives, and sometimes circumstances lead them to depart, whether through physical distance, the painful process of a breakup, or the heart-wrenching reality of death. It is during these moments of separation and loss that the practice of letting go becomes a poignant and challenging lesson. The emotions that accompany these separations can be all-consuming. The tendrils of attachment may grip us tightly, leaving us with an overwhelming sense of sorrow and despair. The very idea of letting go can seem counterintuitive, even impossible, when we are caught in the throes of grief. However, Taoism offers us a profound transformation, a shift in perspective that can lead to liberation and growth. This transformation begins with the understanding that relationships, like all aspects of life, are subject to the natural and spontaneous changes that Lao Tzu speaks of. Just as the seasons change and the river flows, relationships too must evolve. Taoism teaches us to grant space and freedom within our relationships. It is akin to allowing a majestic tree to grow undisturbed by the lumberjack's axe. When we release our grip on those we love, when we grant them the autonomy to follow their own paths, we create an environment where personal growth and self-discovery can flourish. Detaching from someone does not mean severing the bonds of love or forgetting the memories shared. Instead, it means acknowledging the impermanence of life's most precious connections and embracing the idea that every parting carries the potential for new beginnings. 4. Abandoning the urge to hasten things. In our fast-paced modern world, the concept of rushing has become deeply ingrained in our daily lives. We are constantly bombarded with messages that emphasize the importance of seizing opportunities quickly, making instant decisions, and achieving immediate results. Lao Tzu's profound insight, "He who rushes ahead doesn't go far," serves as a much-needed antidote to this relentless pursuit of haste. Rushing through life has several detrimental consequences. First and foremost, it blinds us to the beauty of the present moment. When we are fixated on what lies ahead, we neglect the richness and significance of the here and now. We may be physically present, but our minds are racing ahead, preoccupied with future endeavors and anxieties. Furthermore, the impulse to rush often stems from a desire for instant gratification. We want success, love, and happiness immediately, failing to recognize that these profound aspects of life unfold gradually. This impatience can lead to disillusionment and disappointment when our expectations are not met promptly. Lao Tzu introduces us to the concept of Wu Wei, which translates to non-forcing or effortless action. Wu Wei invites us to relinquish the urge to control every aspect of our lives, understanding that the universe has its own rhythm and timing. This transformation is not a call for inaction, but a shift in perspective. It encourages us to act in alignment with the natural flow of life, rather than against it. When we cease forcing outcomes and relinquish our attachment to specific results, we create space for serendipity and allow life to unfold organically. By embracing Wu Wei and letting go of the rush, we unlock a profound sense of liberation. We learn to trust the process, have faith in our own progress, and cultivate the patience needed to attract what is genuinely meant for us. In this state of flow, we find ourselves more adaptable, resilient, and at peace with the ebb and flow of life's circumstances. Ultimately, Letting go of the urge to hasten things allows us to savor the present moment fully. We discover joy in the journey, appreciating each step along the way, rather than fixating solely on the destination. It is a profound transformation that leads to a more fulfilling and harmonious existence, one where we are free from the burdens of haste and in tune with the natural rhythms of life. 5. Shedding excess. In a world where more is often equated with success, Lao Tzu's principle of shedding excess serves as a refreshing antidote to the pervasive materialism and consumption that can dominate our lives. This fifth principle challenges us to reassess our priorities and reevaluate our relationship with material possessions. Our contemporary society frequently measures one's worth by the accumulation of wealth, possessions, and social status. The pursuit of excess is not merely encouraged, but often glorified, leading to a relentless quest for more. This unending chase can have profound consequences on our inner and outer well-being. The allure of material excess can be intoxicating. We are bombarded with messages that more is better, and that happiness is just one more purchase away. However, the reality often falls short of the promise. The constant pursuit of material gain can lead to a sense of emptiness, stress, and a never-ending cycle of desire and acquisition. Taoism offers us a different perspective, a way to find contentment in simplicity. It encourages us to pause and reflect on our true needs, challenging us to differentiate between our genuine necessities and our desires fueled by societal expectations. The transformation begins when we ask ourselves a profound question: what do I truly need? This simple inquiry serves as a compass, guiding us towards a life of moderation and balance. We start to recognize that accumulating excess possessions does not equate to greater happiness. Instead, it often leads to clutter, distraction, and a loss of focus on what truly matters. By shedding excess, we actively reduce our environmental impact. Our consumer-driven culture has far-reaching consequences for the planet, from overproduction to excessive waste. Embracing a minimalist mindset not only benefits our personal well-being, but also contributes to a more sustainable and harmonious world. In the process of shedding excess, we unearth a profound sense of balance and satisfaction. We discover that contentment is not found in the accumulation of material possessions, but in the appreciation of what we have. Letting go of materialism liberates us from the chains of consumerism and allows us to embrace a life filled with contentment and harmony. In essence, this principle beckons us to reevaluate our priorities, simplify our lives, and rediscover the profound beauty in the ordinary. As we shed excess, we make room for what truly matters: authentic connections, inner peace, and a deeper appreciation for the simple joys of life. 6. Surrendering your ego. The ego, that ever-present and often overpowering sense of self, tends to tether itself to fleeting aspects of our existence. We identify with our job titles, our possessions, and even our physical appearances. This attachment to the transient aspects of life results in a perpetual state of anxiety and resistance when these facets inevitably change or evolve. Our ego thrives on the idea of permanence, yearning for unchanging labels and definitions. In our pursuit of maintaining this illusion of stability, we become trapped in a never-ending cycle of striving to preserve a self-image that is as fragile as the wind. This attachment to names and ideas blinds us to the ever-shifting nature of reality and hinders our ability to adapt to life's inevitable transformations. Surrendering one's ego is an act of profound transformation. It begins with the realization that our identities are not fixed entities, but fluid and ever-evolving expressions of the self. Lao Tzu's wisdom calls us to detach from the superficial labels and illusions that the ego clings to so desperately. As we embark on this journey of letting go, we learn to embrace the impermanence of our existence. We understand that our true essence transcends the limitations of names and ideas. It lies in our capacity to flow harmoniously with the currents of life, adapting and evolving with each passing moment. In relinquishing the ego's grip on rigid self-definition, we gain a newfound freedom, a freedom to explore the boundless possibilities of our ever-changing selves. We come to appreciate the interconnectedness of all existence, recognizing that we are not isolated islands, but integral threads woven into the fabric of the universe. Surrendering your ego is not a loss, it is a profound gain. It liberates us from the suffocating shackles of an identity rooted in superficialities. Instead, it opens the door to a life filled with peace, happiness, and an unshakable sense of interconnectedness with all that exists. In the act of surrendering the ego, we discover the true beauty of our constantly evolving selves. We learn to dance with the rhythm of life, finding solace and joy in every twist and turn of our journey. Ultimately, it is through the surrender of our ego that we come to realize that we are not merely observers of life, but active participants in its magnificent tapestry. As we conclude this journey through the wisdom of Lao Tzu and the art of letting go, remember that these principles are not merely concepts, but actionable steps toward a more fulfilling life. Letting go is a path to inner peace, a journey that starts with releasing the past, relinquishing the future, detaching from someone, abandoning the urge to rush things, shedding excess, and surrendering your ego. By incorporating these principles into your life, you can unlock the door to a more harmonious existence, guided by the teachings of Lao Tzu and the profound wisdom of Taoism. So, dear viewers, as you embark on your own voyage of letting go, may you find the serenity and purpose that have eluded you for so long. Embrace the teachings of Lao Tzu, and remember that in letting go, you gain the freedom to truly live. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of Lao Tzu's wisdom and the art of letting go. If you found this video inspiring and insightful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom from ancient philosophies. And remember, the journey of letting go begins with a single step, a step towards a life filled with inner peace and boundless possibilities.